everyone, and welcome to Burn Pilates. My name is Lydia. Welcome to your tone and lengthen class here with me on the mat today. This is a wildly requested class, and I'm so happy to be bringing it to you here today. We are going to be working primarily on our sides, focusing with some exercises on our back, but primarily on our sides. If you are someone who has sensitivities in your body, if you have different injuries that you're working with, maybe you even just have vertigo, this is the class for you. This class is supportive. This class works where your postures can be modified as you wish. You can always take the progressions as you need to make this class the most challenging. Work with what you have today and listen to your body. We're going to be using a Pilates mini ball. If you don't have one from home, you can always use a rolled up towel to help support you. And of course, in listening to your body, if you need to support your knees, your hips, any part of your body a little bit more, feel free to roll up your mat a couple times. Keep some water close by, and let's get ready and right into our tone and lengthen class here on the mat today. We're going to start with our Pilates ball behind our back, warming up our core, bringing in tension into pelvic stability, shoulder stability, and just finding breath. You want your ball to be right between your mid to lumbar. You're going to take your arms all the way out, extend your legs, and stretch out through your thighs. Make sure that you feel you're able to support your back with that ball or towel, and that your legs gluing together give you the sensation right away of zipping up all the way through the center of your inner thighs to pelvic floor and pubic bone. You're going to take your arms, relax your shoulders back, take a full breath in, and exhale. Just find that stability right away here, using your core right away, in with the ball. Inhale, shoulders roll up and down. Let's go for a last set of 2. Relax through your neck. Take your arms, stretch them all the way out. Take a full breath in to lift on up. And exhale to lower on down. Stretching your legs out, ignite that sensation of, again, zipping up from heels to inner thighs. Heels are together, toes are apart. You're stretching and using your floor. Let's go for a last set of 3, last set of 2. Just waking up your core. Finish with one more here. Deep breath in to lift and exhale to lower. Stretch your arms, lift all the way from your ball. Take your ball out and bring it between your inner thighs. Setting up here on your back, roll down one vertebrae at a time. Pick up your legs and bring them to tabletop, taking your hands all the way from behind the nape of your neck, elbows open wide. You're gonna hold thoracic curl, stay right here, and squeeze your ball. Every time you exhale, squeeze in. Feel where your tailbone is heavy. You're also using your hands around your neck to support your spine in this thoracic curl. Exhale to squeeze, inhale to release for 4, 3, last 2, last 1. Take your feet all the way to the floor. Relax your head, neck, shoulders down, and open your palms to the ceiling. Just feel your collarbones open wide, stabilizing your shoulders and your floor. Take your next breath in and walk your feet toward your hip bones. Exhale, tabletop the legs. From here, stabilizing. Arms can be down underneath your tailbone should you need, wider if you want, or palms open or flat as you wish. Take your next breath in and stretch your thighs. Squeeze into the ball. Make sure you have evenness into the inner thighs. And exhale, bend your legs to tabletop. Igniting through your core, working to open up through your hamstrings, engage your quads, moving the legs simultaneously together in unison. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, contract in the bend with a squeeze between the legs and go for a last set of 3. Again, we're just waking up and warming up our core in a few different movements here. Stretching the strength of the legs, strengthening the stretch of the legs. Last one from here, take your legs, stretch them, and then as you bend them, bring your feet into a flexed position. You're gonna reach your arms all the way to the ceiling, take a full breath in, relax your shoulders down to the floor, and on your exhale, nod back up, chin to sternum, Hands go behind the nape of the neck, support the weight of your head. And from here, take a full breath in, squeeze your ball. Exhale, stretch and reach. Inhale, bend. Double leg stretch, squeezing into the ball. Contract the legs in as you stretch. Engage those inner thighs. Breathe out. Breathe in. Last set of 3. Parallel through the feet and toes. Last set of 2. Feel your abdominal muscles contract like seat belts across your hip bones. Taking one more bend, take an inhale, stay, and exhale, feet to floor. Open your chest. Just give yourself a moment here. We're gonna roll on up, however you wish to do this. If you wanna go Pilates roll up, arms reach out, take an inhale, and exhale. Use your hamstrings if you wish, come on up. We're gonna use the ball for a bit of support, and you're gonna come right away onto your right side. Now, when you're on your side, there's 3 different ways that you can support yourself. I'm gonna go over these really briefly so that when you go into this side here, and then the second, you can make your best choices for you, your neck, your posture. What you wanna do is set up where your heels are in alignment in a clam posture with your sit bones. You can see sit bones to heels, one line, knees are bent. The ball or towel is going to be used to help remind you to keep complete connectivity to using your obliques. So contrary to popular opinion that the ball is here and we're going into, oh yeah, comfy mode. No, the ball is there for you to remind yourself not to crush it, not to smush into that ball. If this is not comfortable for your shoulder, the other 2 options could be as such. Head can be down directly on your arm, or you could use your ball or towel for the support of your neck. Feel free to do what feels best. Really make the choices for your body. Check in that you are supporting yourself through your right form. You're pushing down into the mat. Your collarbones are wide. You're not slouching through your shoulder. And if anything, your hips being further down away from your shoulder will help you feel that facilitated push into your ground. Feel the positions first. Your form is everything. From here, you're going to lift your left leg all the way up and find your parallel. Now check again with your eyes. Have your feet shifted or are they exactly the same? Feet in alignment with sit bones, knees, hip bone width and distance. Now from here, push your left hip down and feel how those right obliques right away lift up and off of your ball. You want that lift to happen. Keep your left hand on your hip or choose to have your left hand behind the nape of your neck, or feel free to use the floor to support your body. Make sure you are staying open and wide through those collarbones. From here, you're gonna take a full breath in. On your exhale, you're going to take your leg, stretching from knee to toes forward, bring your foot back into it, start in that elevated parallel clam. Exhale, stretch, inhale, return. You're making sure that the leg is only moving from the knee to toes, the shin stretches forward like a soccer ball kick, your hamstring extends, your hip pulls you back, your obliques are working to help support your frame, rib cage and hips aligned. Exhale, stretch, inhale to bend. Let's go for a last set of 2. On your next bend and stretch, you're taking your leg now all the way to the side. Look at it if you need to make sure that when you go onto your side, you're stretching directly up and out of your hip. 180, your leg should look like it's going in the complete trajectory of your mat. Extending out, inhale to bend. Now this is different than a soccer ball kick. It's almost like a kung fu kick more. You're pushing out, you're stretching up and out. So the contraction changes, and this is all about finding length now. Inhale, exhale, stretch, reach. Oh yeah, make that breath real, especially as you start to feel your body work. Make sure you're not bending that left leg too much. It stops right in its parallel clam. You're gonna go for a last one here. Deep breath in and exhale, stretch, extend. Now from here, take your leg, hold it all the way out to the side, adjust if you need with your support. And from here, you keep your knees stable and you bend and stretch directly from, again, knee to toes. Using your shin, your foot comes into your butt like you're about to do a quad stretch. In, woo, and press. That butt should be on. If you feel your neck at all, I want you to look down towards your right form and try to alleviate any screen eyes. Even for me, when I look at the screen when I'm teaching, This will get neck muscles engaged. Let your eyes relax. Let those neck muscles relax. Last one here, deep breath in. Exhale, stretch. Now in your final bend and stretch, you're starting from your clam and you're pushing now to extend the front of your left hip forward as your leg goes back. Inhale, exhale. There's going to be this light little movement as your left leg goes back with your side body on your right. So be prepared for that because you're counterbalancing. Woo, feeling that butt. Deep breath in and exhale. Keep working for the stretch and keep working for that contraction, even though the movement itself has just brought your butt to that burn point, or at least it's brought mine to the burn point. Using your muscles, feeling your floor. Last two. And exhale, stretch. Go for a finish of one more. Inhale, bend. Exhale, press, reach. Take your leg, bring it all the way back in. Come home. Back into your clam position. You're going to take your ball all the way out. If you had it underneath your waistline, just move it to the side. Come down from this next exercise, relaxing your neck. I shouldn't have said throw the ball away so quickly, because if you want the ball under your head, you can use it. In fact, I'm going to demo that option right here because it feels, oh yeah, it feels good for my neck today. Every day is different. Now, you're making sure that your side right body is still supporting you. You're not letting your torso relax into the floor. And if you feel that the left hip is creeping in towards your shoulder, this is a very boudoir position, push it away and down, and right away you'll feel how that stacking of your hip bones lifts up your right oblique from the floor. That's the position you want to have. Now from here, you're going to open into external rotation clam. Keep your right thigh pressing down into the mat surface that you have underneath you. I don't want your leg to come up. You're finding equal tension and resistance. Pushing down, pressing up. Opposition. Take your next breath in and close halfway and exhale, open. Inhale halfway, exhale, open. Feel this rotation from your hip, from your glute. You're controlling both directions, which means that there's a light push as you lower coming from your inner thigh. Sometimes I even push my hand against my thigh to give my body the sensation of pushing against something so that I can turn my muscles on a bit quicker. I always want to give you tips and tricks and ways to garner more from your movement quality and really train healthy movement patterns, because it's not just in classes with me that you'll do a clam, and it's not just in a workout that you'll do a rotation in the hip. That will happen in life. So you want to train these functional movement patterns in rotation work here that help support you in day-to-day activities. Check in with that right oblique. Make sure it's activated upwards. Left hip is pushing down. Your feet are together. Inhale, lower, exhale, open. Now, every time you open, how hard can you push that right thigh also into the floor to give you that sensation of maxing out in your external rotation? So again, you're trying to get deeper into your technique where you're letting your body work harder and harder to cheat less and less. And it's all in the subtleties. Inhale halfway, exhale to open. Go for another set of 4. Stretch out your neck. Feel this work right from the glute. Last set of 2. And exhale, open. Finish with one more here. Hold the opening. You're going to keep pushing your right thigh down into the floor. Stabilize. And give yourself the smallest light open micro pulse back, like a catch and release system through that glute. The second you feel your leg is coming forward and down, you're pulling back, you're cranking back that opening. Doesn't mean you're going wider. It just means that you're going less into the release, more into the catch. Now as I instruct, you keep focusing on your breath. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Right oblique is lifted. We've got a last set here of 8 and 7. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. Take a full breath in. Hold. Work for that tension in your glute. Press that left hip away. And exhale. Let it go. Come down softly and tap out your butt if you need. Now that you've gone through the first whole full side, you know where we're going with this. Pick up your ball, bring it with you, setting up for the second side, right away from the top. You're going to choose again how you wish to support your body, either with the forearm down, ball underneath, or you can come all the way down with your head supported on the ball or your hand. Listen to your neck. Feet are in alignment with your sit bones. You have that clam position to start. And right away, your left hip is feeling where it's able to engage this sensation of lift from your left obliques. Now, if the ball went light, amazing, restation it, but make sure the ball isn't getting scrunched, you're not crushing it. Push your right hip down to also feel that sensation. Now you're lifting your right leg up and it's in its parallel clam. Check that your foot has not disengaged from staying in its unison with that bottom left leg and thigh. The left thigh, it just worked. It's pushing down to the floor. The right hip is away from your right rib. You're extending through your obliques. You can have your right hand from behind your head or on the side of your hip. Find your form first. Open your chest. Breathe in through your nose and exhale, stretch. You're taking your heel forward, elongating from your knee to toes through your shin, keeping your leg completely stacked over top of your left inner thigh. You should see that somebody could draw a line all the way from the ceiling down and it would go through both knees to the floor. That's where you're working from. Exhale to lengthen, inhale to bend. Go for a last set of 3. Keep feeling where your hip is pulling back. Last 2. Last 1, we're going to start stretching out all the way to 180. Look at the length of your mat and extend, flex. Inhale, bend. Exhale, stretch. Now when you bend, make sure to stop right over top of your left leg. As you push your right thigh long, flex into your glute, elongate through your hip. Feel your obliques work up and from the ball. Deep breath in, exhale, stretch. Feel the difference on this side. There's always a difference from side to side. Now make sure that that left thigh is equally engaged in the floor. Press it down. Last set of 2. You're going to go for 1 more full bend and stretch, and here you hold everything out long. Find that 180. Now, knee to toes. You're bringing heel towards your butt and stretching your thigh all the way out. Whew. Making sure that your knee all the way to upper hip is staying stable. Now, one thing I like to do here is sometimes place my hand directly on top of my hip so that I can feel that it's staying stable. There's always one side that has to work a bit more for stability. Inhale and exhale, stretch, reach. Keep finding that extension as you press on out, toes long. Last 3. Last 2. Go for 1 more here. Deep breath in. Exhale, stretch. Take your next bend. Restack your right thigh directly over top of your left. See it there. Take a full breath in. On your exhale, you're going to extend your right leg back onto a diagonal. So we're taking it back to that stretch, pushing out. Feel the lightest weight transfer of your body as you do this. You're reaching out, extending in opposition. Whew. Right hand behind your head. Open up through your chest. You could have your hand here as well, reminding you to push that right hip down and stay supported up and away from your ball. Last set of 2. Exhale. Last 1 to finish. Exhale, reach on out. Woo. Extend. Come all the way back in and soften. We're going to come down. I'm going to use the ball again for my head and neck on this side here. You do you. Right away, check that your hips are in alignment by pushing your right hip down and feeling your left oblique lift. Now you're staying in this connected position. We're taking it to clam, and from here, your right knee is opening as you're pushing the left thigh down into the floor. That is how you're going to be staying completely stable. We're opening and closing halfway. Lift, lower, lift. Feel that you're able to stop the movement, and then you ignite that glute to open in the external rotation. You'll see me very often close my eyes because the subtleties of these movements are such that I have to find, even for myself in teaching them with good form, where are those nuances? What's happening in my body? Am I able to keep the pressure of my left thigh even and equal into the floor without letting this right side go into a place of ego where it's just trying to open. We're trying to keep the body stable while we find mobility. Deep breath in and exhale. Feel that rotation work you. Inner thigh works as you bring the leg halfway down, that outer hip and glute work to crank the leg open. Keep pushing your left thigh down and engage those left obliques. Remind yourself of working absolutely every part here. This is the benefit of working on your sideline series, is you've got the floor to give you feedback. And if you're scrunching into the body, if you're shortening up, if you feel pressure or you're pushing too much down to your shoulder, those are indicators that you need to realign. Hold your leg up, take a full breath in, try to keep that connection to the glute and go for that small micro press. Back, 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 back. Last 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And slowly let your leg lower. Give yourself a tap out here. All right, we're gonna come on up. Bring your ball with you. And from here, going into a quick stretch, just place your ball somewhere to the side. Keep your left leg bent, take your right foot over top, and give yourself a stretch sitting tall. Don't even twist, just focus on getting that right hip to sink heavy into the floor. Collarbones wide, shoulders away from ears. Grow your neck. Switching sides when you're ready. And these are stretches that you can always do also at the end of the class, or really after any workout. I'm a big proponent of stretching. That's the beauty of on demand. You can always press pause, come back to. That's something that's kind of nice. Take a full stretch, lengthen through your lumbar, neck is long, and slowly bring your leg all the way in. You're gonna sit cross-legged right here for this next exercise. Now guys, quite plainly, if this is not a comfortable position to be seated in, cross-legged, or you're tight in your hips, you can always be kneeling, you can also sit on a chair, you can also do these exercises standing. The idea of sitting cross-legged is more so, not so your ankles cross, but more so that your knees are in this open position, very similar to a butterfly, where by pushing your thighs down, I have to lift my arms so I can feel my thighs push down. By pushing your thighs down, it will force you to sit taller on your sit bones and engage you more through not just your pelvic floor, but your abs. That is the goal in this position. Now, obviously, pushing the thighs down is a lot harder than just sitting relaxed where you're chill. So play around. You're going to start from here, thighs engaged. I've got my left foot in front of my right, and my feet are just sort of crossed one over in front of the other. They're not actually crossed at the ankle. This helps me find the presence more in my ability to push down through my thighs. That's something that you want to think of. Choose your seated position if you need to modify. You're going to take your arms, and from here, you're going to reach them all the way up into a high bend where you have your left hand just over top of your right. Pull your elbows back. From here, take a full breath in, reach your arms all the way out. On your exhale, switch. Right hand right over top of the left, fingers wide. Stretch and exhale. As you stretch, you're breathing in, and as you bend, you're breathing out. You're working for that total elongation of your spine down and up through your sit bones sitting heavy, your thighs pressing down, your core engaging, upper back working. No different than how we just operated our thighs into different qualities of bend and stretch. We stretch forward, we bend with our heel coming into our butt. This is an extension that's coming from elbows to shoulders, staying stable on your sideline. Your forearms to wrists and fingers are stretching out, and this is engaging you through your back because you're squeezing your shoulder girdle in as you stretch your arms out. And at the same time, there's lat engagement. You're pushing down. Keep using that sense of lower body support. Press your thighs to the mat and go for a last set here of 5, 4, last set of 3, last set of 2, last 1. Take your arms, bring them down, soften your legs. From here, you're going to swing your right leg to the side. You're going to sit on your left hip. You're going to make sure it's somewhere close by. In fact, just bring it to the left side of your mat so you can easily find it. From here, you're going to return the arms all the way back out. We're going to start to work into some stretching through our hips. If ever you feel uncomfortable with your knees as present, then simply bring your legs to a mermaid position and modify. Sorry guys, I have a little itch in my face. All right, from here, you're sitting tall. You're gonna start with your arm same movement, only this time the thumbs are gonna come to your armpits. You're gonna stretch all the way to your sides. You're not overlapping your fingers. You're working at the peak point of your extension range. Collarbones wide. Try to get your arms as level as possible. Exhale, reach. Now your left hip is supporting you. Your obliques are working to lift your ribcage up and over top of your hips. By keeping your right thigh here bent in this side pigeon position, you're stretching and opening right here through the front of your right hip flexor. We're gonna stretch a bit deeper. That being said, just go for another set of 4, last 3, last 2, last 1. Take your left hand and bring it all the way down to the floor, and as you do, reach your right arm up. Try to get it right next to your ear and temple. Now push your hip forward. Feel where that right hip flexor is stretching and lengthening because of your flexion from your butt. Take your arms back all the way to the side. Deep breath in. Exhale, find the floor. You twist, you flex, you stretch, you lift. You reach, twist, stretch. Now the stretch from this right hip is coming because the right butt is squeezing, which is helping take you to the contraction in the stretch. Last set of 3. Last set of 2. Go for one more here. Deep breath in and exhale, stretch up and over, reach, flex, squeeze the glute. You're gonna take your ball back underneath your rib cage, setting up should you need to modify again on your side body with your shoulder down, listen to your body. From here, check that your legs are in that same clam position that we started with. You're going to bring your right leg into an external rotation from behind. You're going to elongate the left leg all the way out onto a soft diagonal forward. If you're unsure and you're going, where exactly does she mean diagonal, etc., just make sure that your back and butt are towards the back ledge of your mat so that your bottom left leg that's extended on this slight diagonal is going towards the front of your mat. That's all you really need for this range. You're going to use your right hand on the floor or on your hip or somewhere behind your head to help support you. From here, take an inhale, push the right foot into the floor as hard as you can. Feel that work and engagement through your right leg first, then lift left leg up off the floor, lower down. The left leg is lifting not because you're shifting your weight back and forth, but because you're pushing so hard down to the ground with that right foot and leg that the activity of pushing down, it's an oppositional force that causes your left leg to lift. Now, obviously you're engaging through your left inner thigh, but I want you to think of that. Push down here. This will help engage you through your obliques and stabilize your hips. And it gives you more connectivity to finding your true mobility, your true lift and lower. Because I could lift this leg a lot higher if I weighed my hips down and if I used the ball to my advantage to roll back. That's not what this is. This is all about finding where your max lift is coming from, total engagement of your supporting side. Lift and lower. You can always look down to the ground, elongate through your neck if you need, and go for a last set here of 4. We're stretching and strengthening all the muscles that help support the kneecap through the upper inner thigh. This is also great because that stretch to the quad will help you gain strength from your quad in this engaged position in length. Go for a last one here. Hold your leg up. Now your leg doesn't have to be high, but it's got to be held. From here, you're going to bend. You're going through the soccer kickball stretch. So as you bring your bend in, your heel comes towards the front of your right shin and you stretch out. Just like, again, I said soccer kickball, which was not exactly grammar, but it's like a soccer kick because when you kick a soccer ball, your foot comes into your butt, you stretch it out. It's not like a kung fu kick where it goes in to the side and out. This is all about keeping from knee to hip stable, stretching all from your inner thigh. Keep pushing and pressing down to that right side. Don't let your body weight shift. You could even have your right hand exactly where mine is on the inside of your right kneecap so that that pressure that you apply can help you feel more of the work coming from the right places. Last set of 4. Whew. Deep breath in for 3 and exhale. Last set of 2 and exhale, stretch. Now our final bend and stretch, it's going into that Kung Fu kick mode. So from here, what does that mean? We just brought the heel in and out. Now it's the knee that's going to bend and stretch. In and then out. So you're winding up through that bend and you're extending out to your sideline like you want to touch whatever wall is all the way there on the opposite side of your room. Think of your toes reaching for that wall. Apply the pressure from your hand into the inside of your knee if you need. Keep pushing your right leg down. We've got a final set here of 4. Deep breath in. Exhale for 3. Last set of 2. Go for a finish of 1 more. Inhale to bend. Exhale, stretch, reach, reach, reach. Come all the way down. Soften your thighs. Let your legs close and use the floor to press all the way up. Bring your ball to the right. We're going to set up for our second side. You want to make sure that as you sit again, you listen to your hips. You should feel right away that that left hip flexor from working the inner thigh, it's already on. This stretch will feel nice. You're going to start first with stability. Reach your arms all the way out. Inhale to bend, exhale to press. Thumbs coming into armpits, pinky fingers stretching out to side, using your upper back and your chest and lats. Sit tall on your right hip. Feel where your core is engaging through a lengthening action through your obliques. Your hips are pushing down, the back of your head and skull are stretching up and out of your neck. Shoulders are away from ears. Good. Last set of 4. Last set of 3. Last set of 2. On your next one here, hold the stretch of your arms. Look towards your right hand. Take your right arm down, and as you do, you're twisting towards your right arm. Left arm is lifting up overhead, and you're flexing to your left butt right here to push and extend the stretch to the front of your left hip. Inhale to lift all the way back up. Stabilize. Exhale. Stretch, flex, reach. Keep elongating and feeling that opposition as one part of your body grounds. And it's that left leg that's grounding you, pushing forward. You're stretching and reaching your left arm away. Last time. Find that stretch, reach and extend. And slowly coming all the way up, grab your ball, slip it all the way underneath your ribs. Again, if you need to have the position changed or shifted for the support of your shoulder, listen to your body. You're not crunching the ball, you're sitting your butt back, you're in the alignment of your back mat. Left leg is bent, externally rotated. Use your floor, use your knee, hand behind the head, however you wish. Inhale, open up to your collarbones. Now push as hard as you can down with your left foot. That left foot is pushing into the floor, and the right leg gets its opportunity to lift off in lightness because of how deep you are grounding through your left supporting leg. Exhale. Find the position that works best for you to keep your form. And always feel, because every day is different, this left hand might be against your left knee, might be on your hip, might be on the floor. You're going to choose, because again, every day is slightly different. So as I experiment, so do you. Exhale. Don't try to flail the leg up. Don't try to go with any momentum or energy, and focus on the stretch of your kneecap all the way out. You want to be able to balance a saucer directly on the inside of your right ankle. Try to think of that stretch. Deep breath into lower and exhale to lift. Whew. We're going to keep going for 1 more set of 4. Use your obliques. Push down to that left foot as much as you can. Ground your body. Feel how that grounding action lifts your right obliques up and off of that ball. Deep breath in. Go for 1 more here. Exhale. You're holding your leg all the way up now. Again, think of that soccer ball kick. I was able to finally say it properly. Foot comes in as you bend and stretch. The kneecap to hip, all the way through your quad, is staying stable. And this action of releasing and controlling now the contraction back out, it's coming from that quad, it's coming from your inner thigh, it's even coming from your hamstring and support. Your left leg is pressing down to the floor. Don't forget about it. The second you feel, oh, it's light and it's chill, push it down. You want to work so hard for each movement into your ground that you're connected and everything is working. You never want to wait for anything to work for you. You want to take this opportunity to get a little selfish and work for every second that you get. This is your time. Last set of 2. Deep breath in. Collarbones wide. Feel the support in your right forearm as you push your wrists down. Feel where you're using your lats. Now from here, we're going to go into the Kung Fu kick. You bend your knee in and you stretch your leg all the way out. Inhale to bend. Exhale. If ever you felt your bottom right hip digging into the floor, and if that was happening on your left side, I apologize, but you can always roll your mat up. You can always give yourself that little added support. Feel your thighs straighten and stretch all the way out. Again, imagine that saucer right on top of your ankle balancing. Inhale. Collarbones wide. Use your floor. Go for a last set of 4. Exhale, stretch, reach. 3. Final set of 2. Last one. Inhale to bend and exhale, stretch, reach, reach, reach. Slowly bring your leg all the way down to the floor. Let your left leg close. Slip your ball all the way out from underneath and come all the way up. We're going to come all the way onto all fours. You can place your ball to the side and just make your way into a child's pose or a shell stretch. When you're ready, use your ground to help unravel you to a seated position. Roll your hips, spine all the way up, one vertebrae at a time. Close your legs and give yourself from here an opening of your chest. Fingers laced in, just looking from left to right. Just a couple times here. We're going to set up all the way on our side again. And what you're going to do from here is leave your ball. We don't need it. You're going to come down, starting on your left, just making sure that when you do come down, you're able to elongate your left arm completely on the floor. You want to have this full stretch. You don't want to have any headrest support. You just want to be directly on your body so that you can find your alignment here, because the alignment is relatively challenging, and it's important to find this challenge in just getting into the posture. Now, your left hip is down the floor, and your right hip, what I suggest right away is for you to press it down and away and feel how the left obliques create that little mouse house of space. Now from here, you're going to extend your thighs all the way out. Find this 180. Find this one long line, lengthened 180. You're going to take your right leg all the way up from your left. Let's flex the feet so that you have full connectivity into your mat. Take an inhale. Use your right hand in your floor or even fist into the ground to support you. On your exhale, lift your left leg. Use the inner thigh, lift from the floor. Try not to let your head or neck jump off your arm. Lift up and lower. Now, my left leg is not touching my right when it lifts because I can't get it to the right, and that's fine. What you want to make sure to eliminate, though, is that your right leg feels the need to close to your left. Keep your right leg stable where it is. Inhale to lower. Exhale to lift. If this is causing pressure again in your hip bone, roll your mat up or even roll a towel up and give yourself the support you need. I feel a bit of a dig myself, but it's manageable. Exhale, last set of 3. Final set of 2. Exhale to lift. Go for a last one here. Take a full breath in to lower. Exhale, lift. Stretch your toes, point your toes. And from here, you are going to bring the right leg over top of the left leg over top of the right. So you're crossing your ankles, keeping this movement very, very small on your side, trying to brush the insides of your ankles directly in as you cross, stretching out to your neck, left obliques activated. Let's go for a last set of 6 and 5, for 4, last 3, last 2, last 1. Take your legs, close them all the way in together, and slowly bring your thighs and lower them to the floor. You're going to bend your knees, and from here, using your mat and floor, come on up to then slide your hands down around your neck, twisting your upper body to face the ceiling. Now from here, some of you are going to feel a massive twist and stretch through your upper back and chest. You don't want to feel like it's exaggerating too much. So just soften your hips and feel where your right leg relaxes away from being fully closed to your left side. Have that soft little opening. Keep your feet, however, glued together. Open your right arm and try to touch your elbow to the floor. That might adjust also your legs. You might be completely less closed. There might be a bigger space between your hips because opening up your upper back to the floor, it takes a certain amount of flexibility through your upper spine that will limit what you can do with your lower body to get that position. So just find that here. Take a full breath in. On your exhale, engage your abs, close your ribs, and peel your head, neck, shoulders up and off of the mat. Now from here, you're going to take your right foot and you are going to lift it up off of that left leg. Try to keep your right leg in this parallel where you're not externally rotating from the hip. You're keeping also your foot level to your knee. We're going to lower down, take an inhale, touch elbows to the floor, open and expand your chest, get relaxed. Exhale, nod. Come back down. And exhale. We're going to go for 3 more here. Keep that leg lifted. Touch your whole upper back to the floor. Exhale. Last set of 2. Go for 1 more. Exhale, hold the lift, keeping your right hand from behind the nape of your neck. Take your left hand and bring your right knee into your left hand. Soften your leg. Whew. We're going to set up right away, back into our parallel. You're just touching your right knee with your left hand, and from here, as you stretch your right leg all the way out long, your left arm lengthens away. We're going to inhale as we bend and exhale as we stretch. Working from your obliques, make sure the left thigh is pushing down into the mat to support you. You modify your distance. Maybe the leg isn't completely 180. Maybe it has to be a bit more forward because you want to keep your stability. And part of working for that stability is getting stronger in finding your sideline. Work from your obliques, work from your abs. Keep supporting the nape of your neck with your right arm. Keep your elbow wide and go for a last set of 3. Last 2. Last one from here. Stretch, reach. Come all the way back and slowly take your leg down and just close your body towards the floor. Use your ground. Come all the way up. Swing your legs around, setting up for your second side. If you need to support your right hip in that mat, by all means do so. Stretch your legs out. Feel where your left hip is lowering away from your ribs. Flex your toes so you can easily find your stability. I mean, it's not easy, but it'll be easier with your feet flexed. Your right oblique is lifting up and off that mat, and your left thigh starts right on your hip alignment. Take an inhale. Flex or fist your left hand into the floor to help stabilize you, and lift right leg up and off. Inhale to lower. There might be a difference on this side in your balance, but the same rule applies. You want to lift your right leg up from your inner thigh. You don't want the left leg to move. It's not helping the right leg. It's staying stable. Make sure you're not crunching your little mouse house of space in your right obliques. Push that left leg out and feel the energy of your heel extending your leg long. Deep breath in. Last set of 4. Exhale for 3. Last set of 2. Deep breath in. Finish with 1 more here. Lift on up, point and stretch, and we go left ankle over top of right, right ankle under left. Crossing each time. Brushing the inner thighs in, feeling where your mermaid is coming right up from your pelvic floor, your abs, your obliques, your outer and inner thigh. Exhale and inhale. Last 4. Last 3. 3, 2, 2, and 1. Close your ankles all the way in. Stretch out first. And slowly let your legs lower. Bring your thighs into a bent knee position. Release. From here, Lift on up so you can slide your right arm out. Come into your positioning where your arms are extending on the floor and your left leg is getting a bit lighter from the right. Now, your feet are still together so that you can find this opening of your chest. Try to get your left elbow and arm to open and feel the floor underneath you. How does your chest feel? How does your back feel? Have you had to adjust the spacing between your left and right thigh to make this happen? Make those adjustments. Take a full breath in, and on your next exhale, nod on up, look towards your left hip so that you can see that when your left leg lifts up and off of the right, it's staying in its parallel. Take your next breath in, stretch your upper body down, touch that left back of your arm to the floor, and exhale, lift, look at your left hip. You're creating space through the lengthening of your abs here. As you lower down, you're stretching that left rib away from your left hip. Exhale, use your core lift and go for a last set of 2. One more time, deep breath in and exhale, lift all the way up, hold. Now, install pressure through the right outer thigh into the floor and mat so you have support. Reach from here, grab your knee in, give yourself a soft little let go. We're gonna go into our limb extension, working from the core. Take your left leg all the way back up to your parallel. Reach your right fingertips long. Take a full breath in. On your exhale, extend. Don't lose pressure from the right thigh. You might have to shift your body weight or even modify where your left leg is going to in space. Mine can't go as far out as I could on the right because I feel that I'm gonna lose my stability on my right side. So, everyone has to modify different points. I'm just giving you an example using my own body. Deep breath out, reach away. Deep breath in, left elbow opens up wide. Exhale. Last set here of 3, 4, 2. Last one, take a full breath in to stretch and exhale, bend your knee in. Soften your leg all the way down, and from here, guys, to finish, I want you to roll onto your back. I just want you to go into a butterfly stretch. Let your palms open. If you feel best holding butterfly, or if you wish to go through some windshield wipes with your thighs, please do so. Just give yourself a moment here to breathe, feel the weight of your hips, and just let all the work that we've done circulate through the body. At your own time, make your way up to a seated position. I want to take advantage to close with this thought. Take the energy that you have brought into your body today and let it shine in the world. We need people that feel good about themselves to come out and make this world a little brighter. So take so that you can give. Thank you so much for joining. If this is your first time on Burn Pilates and you enjoyed this class, give it a thumbs up. Feel free to leave a comment and please subscribe to this channel. Subscription goes such a long way, helps keep you in the loop and stay committed to your own personal practice. I look forward to seeing you on Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays here on the Burn Pilates YouTube channel. Guys, however you train with me, I will see you at the next burn.